Morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here on behalf of the venue, Victoria Raceway Park, Garuga, that will be hosting the first round of the Mountain Dew National Motocross Championship. This is the first round of the championship, as they've mentioned on the calendar, and we are preparing the track, the race track, and to make sure that our fans, our competitors, have a safe and enjoyable race. We are working on the track as we speak to soften the grounds, doing the watering to make sure that the race on Sunday will be highly competitive and safe. And like they've mentioned, this race is open to all who want to contend for the National Motocross Championship. And yeah, our fans should come in big numbers and support this first round of the National Motocross Championship. Thank you.
I'd also like to introduce...
Yeah, as you know, Anis, you're interrupting.
Hold on.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, once again. My name is George William Semakula Katende, the dad to the Katende brothers who are going to take part in the season opener this Sunday, 23rd. Like the committee has told you, this is the first round. We have bikes, buggies, and cars. We shall have quality cars, quality crews, the likes of Arthur Blick, Omar Mayanja, Posiano Rakataka, Abdu Katete, Jonas Kansimi, Andy Musoke, and a few others that will join. But would like to do a couple of rounds, as in pairings. We kind of thought it would be more entertaining if we have Arthur versus Posiano, Omar versus Katete, and then switch Arthur versus Omar, Katete versus Posiano, and again have Omar versus Posiano and Arthur versus Katete. And we shall do the same to the buggies and other drivers that will join the list. For the bikes, we hope to have many entries. Even those ones that we don't think will come, they are willing to come. We shall have many riders, so fans out there shouldn't have any worry. The event will be a success, I believe. We've given back to the fans, like we told you, and to the sponsors as well, Mountain Dew. We've been with Mountain Dew, this is the 11th year, so it's worth giving back to them. Entry will be paying for a bottle of soda, 2,000, and you're good to go and enjoy the whole event. We shall be updating you on social medias. I know majority of you here are my friends, Facebook and WhatsApp. So any update, we shall be letting you know. Thank you. That's little I can say for now. And I wish everybody a good event.
I think the floor is open for questions.
Do you hope to host any event on the calendar in any other venue other than Garuga?
Unfortunately, the DVP has not yet handed over, the former DVP, but our licensing system is it is an e-licensing system. It's on the computer, and I'm not yet an administrator to that computer. But however, all that I know is at least my team, my children have applied for licenses way back in January, but we'll check to see how many others are licensed. On the venues, as riders and rider parents, we always want to ride on different tracks. MX1 is to be held at Garuga, When you look at our calendar, these events have been, the motocross events in particular, have been allocated to 3 clubs. So I know that Smoke will be holding at Garuga, UMX would be holding at Busika, and Enduro, I think, will be holding at Garuga. So it is our wish to even to have more tracks. I understand, or I'm made to believe, that another track is being built at Kapeka. I've not visited there, but it's our hope to spread the sport outside. The other one went to Arthur, I think, Arthur. That you.
We took a break from motocross the last season. One of my boys had a bad injury and was out due to doctor's advice. One of my sons was doing his O-level, senior pro, and basically I retired from motocross, so motorcycling. So we took a break. We put more focus into rallying. The rally ended up the way you all saw it ended up. So now, this year we decided the motocross rider, to do some motocross again. Unfortunately, my son Paddy, he was training like 2 weeks ago and fractured his collarbone, the left-hand side collarbone. So yeah, that's part of the sport. Yeah, so we hope they will start riding again this year. Yeah. Actually, they'll start this Saturday. Paddy will not be able to race because he's recovering from the collarbone fracture. But Alistair, Jaden, they will race. They'll be racing this Sunday at Garuga in the first round of the National Motorcross Championship.
There was another question, giving back to the fan and to the sponsor. This is a new administration, and we want to start on a good note, and so this is some of what you're going to see in the future. We're going to come up with more surprising things and more ways to make sure that all stakeholders are happy with our sport and let it grow even more.
Championship event. And the national championship event is open to all riders in Uganda. So, and in motorsport, we are a family. Motorsport is a family sport. All riders in the country are welcome to ride in the championship and score points for the championship.
To the president, change the position.
It is not changing position, but as I said, it was the president.
Good morning, everybody. Yes, we talked about repercussions, okay? But we also feel that a lot of these people who have been taking part in this other event on Sunday have been misled. We are an administration for unity. I've always said that. Even now, we don't have any issues with anybody who wants to come and ride in our events. Okay? It will affect them later on if they continue taking part in other illegal events which are not sanctioned by FMU. But that is for us to decide. I can't talk on my own and say we shall ban them, we shall do this, we shall do the other. No. This will be a collective decision from all the stakeholders, okay? And they will advise us what they think is best. But for now, we want to accommodate everybody. We're not on, like I said even earlier down there, we are not on a war path with anybody, okay? We are not beating war drums like others. We are a new administration. We are an administration that wants to bring back sanity in our sport. We want to engage all stakeholders. Actually, we've called for a meeting on the 25th with this other body. Okay? Now, whether they honor it or they don't honor it, I'm going on record to say we have called for that meeting. So we can try and find a way forward for our sport. The sport is bigger than each one of us individually, okay? And we really feel that if we sit down and have dialogue, a lot can be sorted out. I'm sure my whole team want the same thing. My whole team want to see want to see this saga or this whole episode come to a rest once and for all. So, for now, to answer your question, we're not refusing anybody from taking part in our events. They're all welcome. Like she told you, Mr. Eddie Cherine asked why now. This was in the pipeline, not because of anything that's transpired in the last few days, but we decided long time ago that being a new administration, yes, we wanted to do something different. Okay, it's not, always about following the norm. We want to do things different, and like she said, you'll hear, you will see, you are yet to still see a lot of different things come up. Thank you.
Only came in office on 1st February, and this is our first motorcycling event. In the past, I'm not sure that people were riding without licenses, because at least my children are licensed. Even for last year, they were licensed. But for this event, we are following the rules because it is a national championship regulation. And licenses are applied online. I will check later on to see, because I'm not an administrator to that website, and I only get access for my children. So, but at least I know that my children have applied for licenses, and I'm sure Semakula's children and this child and others have applied. So all requirements for a national championship event are in place.
Thank you. I'm Nicholas Lawrence from UK. I understand the 72 riders who did Mau event last weekend went into an agreement with the Mau officials. What if their agreements hinder them from doing FMU events? Do you really have the numbers to do the calculation?
And I cannot speak on behalf of
their.
If there is an agreement, that is an agreement. But when we put up an event, all riders interested to come and ride will come and ride, and all riders are welcome. Personally, I've had some phone calls from some people who wants to ride in our event. So, and my message is, our message is, everybody, all riders in Uganda are welcome to ride in this championship event.
Yeah, more questions. There's a question behind there. You hear a question?
My question was to Arthur about the truck. You weren't very specific about what is being redesigned on the truck. You know it as a hard truck, but when you talk of it being repaired, what are the spots being repaired? Are we seeing changes in the hoops, in the jumps, in the triples, in the S-bends? What exactly is being redesigned?
We've had lots of rains in the last couple of months. Our truck was redesigned by Jürgen Coopers towards the end of last year. It's a fairly new truck. Only one race has taken place on the newly redesigned truck so far. So we're not going to change the design for now. The design conforms with 2020 Team Africa rules and regulations. So there are definitely no triples and doubles. All those obstacles were removed that were not conforming with 2020 rules and regulations. So the truck is the truck design is a new one, still a new one. It only has one race that's taken place there. So this is going to be the second race on the newly designed truck. And the last we heard from the riders, they were very excited and happy with the truck, the way it was flowing. Jürgen Coopers is a professional truck designer from Germany that we brought towards the end of last year to do the truck what we are repairing really is what the rains have damaged, and that's what's ongoing. Otherwise, the design is the same as the last race, and the fans will definitely enjoy the obstacles there and the level of competition, and also the competitors. It's a safe track. It conforms with the 2020 national competition rules and the Team Africa rules and regulations. And what we did is just soften it. Everyone knows the track at Victoria Raceway Park is a hard pack track. All over the world, you have hard pack tracks and sandy tracks. So the one at Lusika is sandy, and the one at Garuga is a hard pack track. And that's what gives our riders, these two different terrains give our riders different challenges. So when they go and compete on an international level, they're able to conquer both type of terrains. Otherwise, the track is actually already almost ready for the race, for competition. Riders have been practicing, and like the officials have said, all riders are welcome. This is the first round of the National Motorcross Championship round, and whoever wants to compete for the National Motorcross Championship is welcome. I hope I've answered your question.
Last question.
Way forward is dialogue. Dialogue between parent riders, stakeholders, and everybody who wants the betterment of the sport. Way forward is for people with independent-minded people, thinking people, to sit down with us and, we sort out these issues. We are ready to meet them. We don't have a problem with them. Okay? Unfortunately, I don't know about media. You just mentioned you were called a Mao reporter. Okay? Now, that's probably there within the media. I don't know about that. And we have no idea about that. But, I wish, and this is my humble plea, that, I wish they would come with an open mind to discuss with us, give us realistic problems, and we find, like I said, realistic solutions. Let them give us problems that we know within our constitution we can correct and sort out to see that they don't have these issues again. Whatever we can do within our constitution and our mandate, I'm sure we will find a way forward. But if they come with unrealistic demands, which is even beyond us, then I don't know what we will be able to achieve. So we hope and pray that when we meet them, and first of all, they agree to meet us, we find a way forward. Now, the ball is back we've given it back to them to decide. Do they want to meet us? Or, we will leave it to them to decide. But yeah, dialogue is the way forward. We will always ask for dialogue.
Just to answer that gentleman's question, what I feel about this as a veteran in the sport. For the last 20 years or so, until I retired almost 2 years ago, we pushed the sport. We tried to make the sport of motorcycling to push it to the level that it reached, and there's a lot of sacrifice and time that goes into that. So these almost 2 years that I've been away from motocross, to be honest, when we take this path, it saddens me. Today we are here to launch, and I didn't want to involve this part with the launch, but I'll say something since you've asked. It saddens me, the road that we are taking, the path that we are taking. Motocross riders in Uganda, we are so few to start dividing the riders. This one's ride here and this one's ride the other side. I feel as a team, we've been able to reach where we've reached in motocross. And all over this region, Kenya, they're jealous. They were jealous at the level we've reached at in motocross. The path we are taking now, like the president says, I feel that it's important for all stakeholders to have that dialogue meeting. Dialogue is very important. And I've seen all the, all the issues that have been raised by Mao, and all these are things that can be resolved in dialogue. They have some valid points, yes. Our federation, the team that we had in the federation before, definitely played a big role in some of the issues that we have, that they are complaining about. And the president says they've asked for a meeting on the 25th, which is next week. We need to get past this. Otherwise, this year is very sensitive in that Uganda has been given the privilege to organize the FIM Africa Continental Championship once again. This is, it's going to be in August. All our minds should be focused on that, all our energies and all our efforts, rather than the divisions. This is a very prestigious event. We last hosted it in 2012, and it took us almost 10 years lobbying to get that event in 2012 when we got it here. And now it has taken us almost another 4 years lobbying to get it back here again. Another, exactly. So there's a generation of our competitors that had the privilege of competing in the one in 2012. But a whole batch of new riders need to be given that opportunity again to compete in the one this year. But if we continue with this situation that you see in the country, we have high chances of losing that event. Our sponsors, we have, our sponsors are not happy with what's going on. And to be honest, these are all minor things. And I feel that the road that Mao is taking, their approach to this is it's a wrong approach. It's a wrong way. And maybe that's why you'll see the Blicks are not a part of that. We are highly invested in the sport. We've put in a lot of time in this sport. These 2 years, yes, I've not been part of the sport, but the sport has been found by the people in it now at a level that, we took it to this level. And it's so saddening that now the path we are taking is just going to bring divisions. And you all know, as a team, when we are united, we can go to the next level. But everybody plays a role. Every stakeholder plays a role. It's very important for our fellow Mao people to know that every stakeholder in the sport wishes the best for the sport and plays a role. Whatever minor the role is, they play a role, and together we can take the sport to another level. But divisions are only going to set us back very many years. I hope that answers your question. But William, you answer something? Yes.
Yes. I'm sorry, but I'm going to keep this topic on. Now, if you listen to Mao, the underlying problem is the Briggs family versus the Orlando family. The Orlando family has managed to convince the other riders that the Briggs family does not mean well for the sport. The Briggs family owns Motorcross. And the reason why this whole thing is happening, of course, everyone knows the genesis. It stemmed from the elections, when the other group was pushing for Barack Obama to become the DVP Motorcross. And there is a belief that the Briggs family stood in Baraka's way. So, yes, and now this is the reality. Let's start thinking about bush.
We want to know this reality.
So now, the Briggs family does not mean well for the sport. They own the sponsorship, and they're not willing to help others, other riders. So I want to hear from the Briggs family. Do you concur with this?
No, can I respond to this one? This one I don't think the Briggs should respond. Because this to me is okay, let's talk about now the DVP, Barack for DVP plan, which was I think in Katikati just before elections, right? Nominations were already done. Barack had just given in his resignation and said due to work-related matters, he will not have time to what? To continue being DVP. Now, I think Mr. Kisitu, Mr. Semakula, and Mr. Mwangala, 3 people, picked up their nomination forms and brought out their manifestos. The idea of the meeting in Katikati, from what I was made to understand, please, I'm going to say from what I understand, okay, was that they were supposed to go present their manifestos, and then the 3 biking clubs were supposed to choose one person to, like they were supposed to front one person out of the 3, the other 2 stand down for that one person. So I think each person went to present their manifestos. Instead, it happened to be a totally different thing. People, I think, were wearing Barack for DVP, yet Barack had already resigned. Barack did not pick forms to stand again, okay? And it was a section of people who wanted Barack back as DVP. Now, how do you bend the constitution to accommodate that? You understand? We have a constitution in FMU that says you pick your nomination forms, let's say on the 1st of November, return them after being nominated and seconded by the 12th of November. Okay? Anything that happens after the 12th, you can't bend rules to accommodate somebody who did not even want to stand and who had just resigned. So, when we start talking about families here, okay, it is very sad that our sport has got to a point where, we're bringing in families and it's, making it look like one family against another. 6 months down the road, you'll say the Ruparelias are against the Barracks, okay? And I think that would be really, really sad to take the sport in that direction. The Blicks have played a very, very big part in motorsport, as far as I can remember, okay? So has Mr. Barack and his family. We acknowledge that. We appreciate that. But I don't think we should, bring it up as a war between the 2 families and make it look like it's Blake versus the Orlands. I think that's totally wrong, guys. This sport does not belong to any particular individual or family. This sport belongs to all of us. Or even you who covers motorsport. This sport belongs to you too. We all have an equal say in this sport. So, I really wish and hope that the people who are bringing these kind of things up would, think a bit more maturely, okay, and bring up issues that need to be addressed that will take our sport forward. Not bring in families and, family feuds and stuff. It's wrong, I think. This is not about families. This is about our sport. So if the MAU people are bringing up family issues, then I'm really sad to hear that. I think they really need to, bring us issues that we think will help our sport, not bringing in family issues. Thank you.
Thank you, FMU, for bringing us together. I will speak, my brother has already spoken as a Blick, but I will speak as a sports administrator, because I think that angle is very, very important, where there are no sentiments. And I think what's happening in motocross is a very bad precedent for sport in Uganda. And what am I trying to say? As motocross, it's been one of the fastest growing sports in Uganda. We are ranked in the top 4. We have a good sponsorship base with Mountain Dew and Shell, Vivo Energy, Great Lakes, and Intende Finance, and all the other sponsors that we've built over the last 10 years. It's true, as a motocross fraternity, there were issues that the motocross fraternity felt they wanted, greater autonomy, and there are issues to be addressed maybe in a different way. But I think the approach that has been taken, and I think this has been mentioned, I think is totally wrong. Number one, all stakeholders should have been consulted. And when I talk of all stakeholders, you have government, you have sponsors, you've got the media. Parents and rider parents are just some of the stakeholders. And this process of wanting to break away or wanting greater autonomy takes time. It's not something you do tomorrow and then you have your association up and running. And I think for me, that's the mistake that's being made. And as Arthur said, and the president of FMU, the fraternity will lose a lot more than they are promised to gain immediately, being independent and managing their own affairs. We stand a chance of losing government sponsorship from NCS of about 300 million, which are supposed to come into the sport. They're not going to put in a sport that has wrangles. Mountain Dew may pull out of sponsoring our events. Film Africa may withdraw the event, and so on and so forth. And where we've got to motocross, it was a very high momentum, and we were moving, I think, very, very, very well. The new board that has come in has extended an olive branch and has said, can we talk and see how we can move together? And I think that's the procedure that should be taken. First of all, the Mao body is illegal as far as the constitution is concerned. There is communication from the Minister of Sport in the Ministry of Education and Sports and from NCS that what they're doing is illegal. First of all, you can't even use the word Uganda in your name if you're not a national body certified by National Council of Sports. And this event that took place shouldn't have taken place because they didn't have the permission. And I'm now talking from the letters that came from FMU, the governing body, police, and from the minister, that they were not acting within the law. Perhaps Barack used his influence that he has to have this event, which is okay, but they're still breaking the law. It doesn't make them right, in my opinion. They're absolutely wrong. What this does is sponsors are looking at us and they will reevaluate whether they should continue or come on to sponsor us. And it kills the game. And what this association has done, for me, is an act of sabotage because they've gone ahead to get direct competitors of FMU. They went and got Coke. They went and got the lubricant company, Excel. And those are direct competitors of the sponsors we already have. And to make it worse, they went and did an event on the same day as a national rally championship. And I think the culture of FMU was to give an organizing club an opportunity to advertise and do the event without any interference of another event. And it was also, in my opinion, a direct sabotage for our event, which is on the calendar and a week to the event. At the beginning of this year, there was a meeting with our sponsor, Mountain Dew, and UMX attended that meeting. They agreed to the calendar. All of a sudden, they went ahead and did their own thing. So I think for me, it sets a very bad precedent for sports in Uganda. If I'm in volleyball and I'm not happy with the executive, I get a few clubs and we think we can form an association and we break away. It doesn't work like that. It actually takes time even up to a year or more, to actually have an exit strategy which is constitutional, and then you get support from FIM Africa and everyone else, and then you do it in an orderly manner. You don't leave your house, your father's house, because you think you're old enough, and then you sabotage your father with what he wants to do. I think it should be done in an orderly manner with all stakeholders, and the sport can be able to grow. I'm very disappointed to hear family names in motorsport. I don't think that's correct. Okay, I have a personal relationship with Mr. Semakula here. Our kids are competitors. But what happens on the field happens on the field, and that's it. We can go out and we continue. So I'm very disappointed to hear it's family issues. It shouldn't be family issues. It is administrative. Are we doing the right thing in the right procedure to get what we want? And I think people need to act in a mature way by sitting down with all the stakeholders, and then let's look at the problems. Let's give FMU time to see how can they solve these problems. If they cannot solve them, then we agree to move. And it's a new executive. And I think that's the procedure that should be taken. I'm very disheartened to hear people are competing in a non-sanctioned event. That's not correct for motorsport or any federation. So I'm very disappointed to be part of motocross with what is happening today, because motocross has been a sport that is growing. We're in the top 4 in Africa. We have very good riders. We have a sponsor for the whole season. How many federations have that? There are very few. And I think motorsport, we've been very lucky. Okay? We've been very, very lucky. But I think personal issues have come in the way. And as Arthur said, it's very unfortunate that families are being brought in here and we're not looking at the bigger picture. So I just for me as an administrator, Mr. President, I know you're trying to reach out to them. A meeting is important. But let us continue with what we have on the plate. And my request to the media is to publicize this event that we have next week so we can continue to develop this wonderful sport. We've got enough kids who will come and ride. People want to ride. There's a lot of information that some rider parents don't know, which is being hidden, and they're being fed wrong information the other side. But for us, our doors are open. Whoever wants to come, Mr. President, if that is in order, Mr. President of Smoke as well and Enduro, our doors are open, and we want as many people to come to support motocross, because sport is bigger than everyone here. And it's one of the best sports in Uganda, where you go for one day and you see kids as young as 4 to adults racing on the same day. It doesn't happen anywhere in Uganda. I know so because I have been in sports for 20 years. So motocross is very, very unique, and it has a family value. So my appeal to the media is, please let us publicize this event. We get big numbers, and then we move. Okay?
This is Mangala, and she's a sponsor from Tende Finance.
Yeah. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Yeah, I'm Carol, a representative from Tende Finance. And we are happy to be part of this launch. We, as Tende Finance, we are excited to come on board to boost the vulnerable group. Those are the ladies in motocross. We shall be, for this first event, we shall be giving out some fuel, 15 liters of fuel to each female rider. And as time goes on, we are thinking of doing something big, involve also the male riders. Thank you so much.
Maybe what I can say.
A normal way of working is entries open and close on the rest day. So only way you can find out
The rest day.
So Sunday is when registration is open, and that is. Thank you all for coming.
Okay, for dialogue.
I think his question also
Yeah.
was about the dialogue.
Yes.
Now the dialogue, apparently we've just come back. Between Barara and Sunday, it's just a week. We would have loved to have had that dialogue immediately after, but there's so much on our plates right now preparing for this event that originally was supposed to actually even have been UMX to organize. Wasn't supposed to be us as the federation. So basically, since the time our team came on board, we haven't had time at all to rest. We've got one thing or another just keeping us busy. That's why we thought that after our event, after our event, we will ask for the dialogue, the time to meet them. I think we'll be more relaxed before the next event, which is Ginger.
What if these guys don't come for the dialogue? Because I talked to one of the guys outside, and he said they took their decision. They didn't need anything from you. What if they don't come for the dialogue? What next?
We've communicated, and they agreed to the date, the 25th, and we hope that they will be there. Yeah, so for now, that is the best we can give you. After the 25th, then
we'll have another.
Later. But you haven't talked about our team captain. Is he within?
I currently can't confirm who's going to be participating.
We'll know on
As I
Sunday.
said, entries registration is on Sunday, and all motocross riders are currently welcome to participate. So.
Do you usually have a list by Friday? Just maybe tell them that you may have a
In Uganda version?
The riders that are school. Parents. Yeah. So, George. So balaba ku launch ya Mountain Dew National Motorcross Championship season opener oba event eggulawo omwaka ku side eya Pipichi z'empaka. Event eno egenda kubeerayo ennaku z'omwezi nga 23 ye Sunday eno ku Victoria Raceway Park e Garuga, ng'era piki zigenda kuvugibwa ate era nga tujja kubaako n'emmotoka z'empaka. Tusazeewo nga committee, organizing committee nga kwotadde ne bakama baffe FMU okuddiza eri bafaani baffe nga kwogase ne basponsor nga Mountain Dew. Tubaddiza mu mbeera bweti nti okuyingira ojja kuba ogula ka Mountain Dew kano 2,000 zokka okuyingira, ojja kuba osobola okunyumirwa emmotoka ne pikipiki. Waliyo n'ebirala bingi ebisobola okujja okubaayo nga beach swimming, okuwuga, ajja kubaayo amaato abaagala obavugamu. So event egenda kuba nnungi nnyo, tusuubira nga bwetera okubeera event eggulawo omwaka. Era abavuzi tusuubira bangi nnyo olw'ensonga nti enzigi nzigule eri abo n'abo abali eri okujja bavuge ffe kubanga tubaagala nnyo. Bo nga twegase wamu naffe be batuusizza omuzannyo wa wegguli, so tubeetaaga era tubaaniriza. Mpozi kyenyinza okwongerako nti twagala kwegamba okunyumisaamu ku sayidi ey'emmotoka ne sayidi ya piki. Olw'ensonga nti piki ze zitandika, tujja kuba ne classes 50cc junior, 50cc mpozi bwetuma 50cc ate abo bayinza okubuukamukko ne bateekawo 85 okusinza nga ku COC wanaabanjulira mu maaso eyo. Olw'ensonga tusuubira abavuzi abamu mu cc 5 okuvugako ate mu cc 65 kati tebasobola kubanga bakava ku start gates ate n'obazza, so kitegeeza ajja kubawo class eddawo wakati ate bakomawo mu maaso ate n'abaana bavuze mu 85 bavugeko mu class eza waggulu. So kyetubedde program bajja gimixinga mukaawo okusobola okukolawo akadde ak'okuwummula eri abavuzi abagenda okuvuga mu classes ki ebbiri. Abaana nga aba Alistair bakomyewo from the Big family, abakatende we bali, abamwangala we bali, bamayanja ne bakateete, bakayizi, president ono wa smoke mutani we amita Ethan Kaizi Sydney ng'avuga 420 mumulabiranga ddala bajja kubaayo. Olwo n'abazadde abapya mwenna omwami Abdu Sempeewa, Haji Sempeewa rally driver bamumanyi, naye yatuleetedde abavuzi babiri abapya, kirungi nnyo ekyo. Era tusaba n'abavuzi abalala ab'emmotoka z'empaka batuleetera abaana baabwe kubanga omuzannyo tuba tuguzimba. Wetunaddako ate ku sayidi eri emmotoka z'empaka, tulina emmotoka ezimu zakoseddwa, embalala endala nnamu, naye tusuubira nti eziriwo kuba nkimanyi bulungi nnyo nti Kateete alina emmotoka gye yaleka e Kampala namu. Athablik ebyuma byatuuse ebyamuganya okuvuga embalala. Umamayanja emmotoka yakomyewo naye alwakataka teyagudde. So tuzisuubira okujja n'abavuzi abalala nga Jonas Kansime, Ande Musoke, Petreli bagenda kubaayo, naye kye tugenda okukola titugenda kubanga buli omu afuna kukakisa okuvugako n'omuvuzi omulala nti njagala Athablik avugeko ne Lwakataaka, avugeko ne Umamayanja, avugeko ne Kateete, ate vice versa n'abalala bonna bwe batyo. Buli omu tulabe ani musajja. Awo wonna bakisazeewo lwa kuddiza abawagizi, kuddiza abawagizi baabwe ebbanga lyonna lye baba beereddewo. Nga bwe nja kuddamu nga maliriza nti okuyingira 2,000 ng'ezo 2,000 za kugula akacupa ka soda aka Mountain Dew abatuwagidde emyaka 11. Ndowooza n'olwebyo ebigambo ebitono nja kusaba mutambuze ekigambo abantu bajje balabe rawundi eggulawo omwaka e Garuga. Mwebale.
Motorcross, bavuganyo families, n'abo mmotoka z'empaka. Omwaka guno mukomawo, temukomawo. Then n'ekirala, mweki ekibakuumidde sayidi eno kwati nga temuli
Yes, omwaka ogwedde piki twaziwummulamuko nga famire yange lwa nsonga ez'enjawulo. Paddy yali yakava mu injury ennene, bamuwa time away era time time of the bike. Ne tubeerawo ne Alistair yali mu bibuuzo senior 4. Nange na retiring mu 2018, 2 years ago. So twasalawo tumule piki mwaka oguwedde ate amaanyi tugongere mu motoka z'empaka era zatambulanga we mwala we zatambula. Kati omwaka guno wetubadde tulooleza ate okukomawo mu muzannyo mulaba ate ebigenda mu maaso ebyo bimalamu amaanyi naye n'ekyokubiri nti Paddy twali mu training weeks 2 emabega. Paddy mutawani wange Paddy n'amenyeka collarbone ya clavicle ya left hand side. Ekyo kimalamu amaanyi naye twasazeewo nti race eno ye tajja kusobola kuvuga kubanga akyali mu injury, akyali mu recovery, naye Alistair ajja kuvuga ne muganda wo muto Jaden bajja era twewandisiza okuvuga ku Sunday eno mu round eno esooka ya National Motorcross Championship. Ekibuuzo kyokubiri ekya lwaki tetwewandisiza ne Mao, kituufu aba Mao balinayo ku nsonga owulira ensonga zaabwe ez'okwekutulako ezimu ziri genuine, naye obuzibu bwe twalaba nti engeri gye basindika kino ekintu kikulu nnyo ne mukikola nga mugoberera amateeka, naye organization eno engeri gye processing association eno nti ate bamenya amateeka. Kikulu nnyo abazadde ba rider press bonna abali mu group eno balabulwe, balabe nti kino ekintu kikolebwa ate mu mateeka, ate kisobola okukolebwa mu mateeka. Yensonga lwaki ffe twasalawo nga wenkugambe twali twawumula pikipiki era bino ebintu bitumalamu amaanyi ate okukomawo nga ate mu ebiri, naye President agambye wagenda kubeerawo meeting 25 ffenna tutuule wamu tulabe nti omuzannyo gwaffe tugusindika mu maaso. Tuli batono nnyo okulaba nti ate tutandika okwawukana wano mu Uganda. Ensi endala nga South Africa wali abavuzi abasuka mu 2,000 banaakola batya, ffe tuli just tetuwera na 100 ate tutandikise buno amanyanga okwawukana. Kino ekintu ze ndaba nti omwaka guno guli sensitive nnyo. Pikipiki z'empaka mu Uganda ze zibadde one of the fastest growing sports mu Uganda wetwogerera. N'ensi zino eza baneiba baffe Kenya badde jealous okulaba okukulaakulanya okutambula wano mu pikipiki z'empaka. Ate ne tutuuka ate mu kino kye tutuuseemu omwaka guno. Omwaka guno tugenda kubeera ne Uganda bagiwadde chance endala okutegeka pikipiki z'empaka eza Africa yonna eza continent mu Gwamnaana. Eyo chance tuyinza ogifiirwa lwa kulwanagana kuno okuliwo at the moment. Kino kijja kuba kituuza mu mabega. Nze ku side yange nga Arthur Team Black, advice yange yakutuula. Kikulu nnyo okutuula ba stakeholders bonna, si bazadde bokka oba bavuzi bokka, ba stakeholders b'omuzannyo guno bangi nnyo. Batuule wamu, tutuule wamu tulabe nti zino entalo tuzifiisa ne tulaba engeri gy'okutambula mu butuufu bw'amateeka. Kisoboka era ttiimu ya FMU empya ewadde chance kino ekintu kigende mu maaso, era nsaba nti meeting egenda okubeerawo nga 25 egonza ne tulaba nti ebintu bino byonna bikwasaganya bitambule mu butuufu bwabyo.